What did you think about Justin Gaethje's win over Ilia Topuria? It's your division. He's the new champ.
Dustin fought one of the best fights he could possibly fight. I think he's the greatest American champion in history, you know? Like, all the stuff he's done. He's had I think it's the what was it? World
WEC?
Sports Fighting.
WSOF?
Yeah. He had that belt. Then to come over. Did he get the Bellator belt? Come over to get the BMF belt. Then to get the Royal belt too. Like, and what America's done that, you know? He's held like 4 titles in different places and stuff like that. And he's fought the who's who. Exciting every time. The world's best American.
What was it like fighting Islam Makhachev?
Islam, fighting him on 10 days notice, I just felt like I really didn't get prepared. I was already kind of over fighting, and I thought I got over this hill, and I was relaxing. Now you're back in it. Fighting Islam was strategical. He's very strategical. And once he start, it's a chain, so you can't even let him get started. I just told him after, I was like, hey, soon after you beat me, I grabbed him like this. I was like, hey, I know you beat me and everything, but I don't got a scratch on my face. I don't feel like I've been in a fight. You got to at least make it exciting, you know? And so it was boring. That's what it was like fighting Islam, boring.
How do you think him and Ian Gary will go?
It's going to be boring. How did him and the guy before?
Jack Della Maddalena?
It was boring. I just keep it real. I'm going to be honest with you. Ask me how I feel. And I just tell them, those guys, they all got boring styles, bro. Like, it's really boring. And I think Islam's slowly trying to put it together. But I feel like Chimaeva's ahead of him because he was getting booed from the DDP fight. It was a horrible fight.
Yeah.
And so those guys haven't got it yet.
No, that was horrible. That was really bad.
Yeah.
What do you think about DDP versus Usman?
That was interesting. DDP make it work. DDP makes it work. You know, he's goofy. He's like Jim Carrey, who, you know, what movie was that? Me, Myself, and Irene, where he's like, come on. You know, he's like throwing stuff like, he throws it all wacky and weird, but it worked, you know? But it works. So shout out to him.
No, everyone that fights him is like, once you don't know what to expect because he comes in from such weird angles and from so far away, he just crashes.
Yeah, the ugliest guy was Keith Jardine, and then I think he came in a hot second, you know? He's second place for just ugly style, but shit works.
Oh, that shit works. What was your reaction watching the McGregor-Holloway fight?
Where was that? I think I was still finishing interviews. I was excited to see this thing. Matter of fact, I didn't even get to see it because I was doing all the weight stuff and then I had to leave. And so I watched it on Paramount. Total waste, a buzzkill, a hype, you know, train.
Blue balls.
Yeah, you know, there we go. Perfect word. You got super excited. You get ready to crack. And it's like, no, not tonight.
Yeah. Blue ball. And everyone was edging us the whole night with all these great first-round finishes, and then we had that.
Well, in my situation, I'm hoping that for the best because I got performance of the night, so I was hoping that he did throw a stinker. So it sucks for him, but it's good for me.
Do you think he could come back to the octagon again, or he should just call it a day?
I think that he should fight on. Connor's the one that said something. Connor said, like, fight to the end of your interview. You know? Everybody keep asking me when I'm going to retire. I'm going to fight to the end of me. I don't know if there's going to be a point where I retire. I'm never going to say the words retire. I'm just going to fade away. You know? Where he's like, hey, what happened to that guy? Just die one day. You're like, oh, he died. But I won't be like, oh, guys, put my gloves down. Kisses, goodbye, and cry, and like, nah, you guys will never see me leave like that. I'm dying on my shield. You're just gonna have to figure out when I die. You never find that out. There is no retirement.
I love that. That's why I didn't ask you.
So I don't think he should either. I think he should continue to keep going. Now the question is his body gonna hold up? Is he gonna do some wacky, crazy kick? I don't know why he did that. That was retarded. Like, maybe he thought like, in his head, I'm gonna do the kick from the first time we fought each other at the beginning to symbolize our first fight. And this is like, bro, stop with all the theatrics and the magic and stuff. Go out there and just fight.
He's always thinking ahead. Like when he fought Poirier the last time, he had the Brazilian mouth guard to call out Oliveira after. He's like,
and that's him mystic back and stuff. But bro, don't get caught up in the sauce. Sometimes you get caught up in like, because now, what about all this mystery that's been happening to him now? Is that like because you planned it all, you know? So no, just fucking go with this flow and get through it and fight.
yeah. Anything else you can think of, Mark?
I think we pretty much covered everything. Any like sort of historical, like when you entered the UFC, like when did you get motivated to go to the UFC? Like what was the trigger point? You know what I mean? To get there when you're setting your sights on that.
What was the trigger point for me? I would say
Like, is there something? Was there an event in your life that fucking triggered you? Like, yo, I'm going. This is it. I'm going to do this.
I wouldn't say an event. I would say for
I thought of
for us
something
as
good.
kids, we watched it like WWF, or WWE. There was a certain someone that inspired you,
Yeah.
At that time, it was Tito. Tito used to have the flag and he'd be jumping up and down all crazy. But then when he get their fight, he just take people down and elbow. And I'm like, man, like, all right, he made it seem like he's gonna kick somebody's butt. Then he'd just be wrestling and elbows. But then Rampage came along and I liked Rampage. And for me, being a black dude, like it was the first person that I seen that looked like me and that I could be like and I could somewhat have an idea of where I could go with this, And so I say Rampage was the first person for me to go, hey, you should probably be a UFC fighter.
Yeah, no legend. I thought of something. Hold on.
He was on our episode 4, Rampage.
Yeah, yeah, we love Rampage. No, I got to go in 3, 2, 1. We've all seen the graphic on Twitter. Is this real? Where you're fighting as a 22-year-old and it says fighting style hood?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's real. I was fighting. I got offered to fight on 24 hours notice. So I was working in a warehouse. I worked 6 days a week in a warehouse. They give me a call and they say, hey, we need you to make weight today. I think in 2 or 3 hours. They gave me to make weight. So I go to my cameras. I flip off the cameras at work. I'm like, I'm out of here. I quit my job. I drive out. They tell me they're going to give me like $3,000 and $3,000. It's the most money I've ever made for fighting. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm going to make $6,000. And so I go get on the treadmill, throw in some little plastic bags, run, make the weight, and I'm done. So now we're getting ready to fight, and they ask me what my style is. Now, back in that time, back in those days where fighting was, everyone, you had to pick your style, and you told them your style and stuff like that. And whatever style you told them, the fighter knew how to prepare for you. And so if I said boxing, then the coach would go, okay, well, we're going to wrestle him, just take him down, If you said wrestling, they would say, oh, we're going to stand and bang and force and stop the takedowns. And so if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, we're going to stay away from the ground. And so they did all this. So I went, all right, well, what if I just did something totally different? I was like, man, I'm going to call it hood. And so you will never know what. I'm like, well, what is hood style? Like, what is that? I'm like, it's this street stuff that I'm going to bring to your ass. You're going to find out when I, boom, ooh, like, oh, yeah, that's what it is, So just trying to be different so that nobody could put a pinpoint on me at that time. Like, you don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make up my own style. I'm going to make my own thing. I'm going to be my own character. I'm going to be my own way, make my own wave, do everything my own style that you guys never even thought of. Because I know you didn't think about nothing like this.
Nah, fighting style hood.
Yeah, exactly.